We turn now to live pictures out of France, where tens of thousands are taking to the streets of Paris for a unity rally. They're supporting the victims of last week's terror attacks. A number of world leaders are also joining them, including France's president, Israel's prime minister, and the president of Palestine. U.S. Attorney General Eric Holder is also in Paris, meeting with leaders about fighting terrorism. He spoke to CNN's State of the Union today about how these threats are becoming more and more common.
We're horrified by what happened, and we express our condolences to the French people. But I think what we saw in France over the course of this last week is unfortunately what we're going to have to confront into the future. We have seen these kinds of attacks, or attempts at these kinds of attacks, certainly in the United States. We've seen things like this in the United Kingdom. We've seen this in Nairobi. We've seen it in Australia and Canada. This is the nature of the new threat that we must confront.
And as world leaders turn their attention to preventing future attacks, there's an all-out global search for the only surviving suspect. Matt Gutman reports on where she's believed to be and why security officials are racing to find her.
An image this morning from a new video allegedly showing Amedi Coulibaly claiming credit for these terrorist attacks and pledging support to ISIS. French security's hot pursuit of the world's most wanted female fugitive has ended in a trail gone cold. According to French authorities, 26-year-old Hayat Boumediene is a key member of the jihadi cell behind the twin attacks at Charlie Hebdo's headquarters and this Jewish supermarket. The day before the market attack, its perpetrator, Amedi Coulibaly, and his life partner, Boumediene, had been linked by police to the shooting of a French policewoman. But this morning, the shocking revelation, this Black Widow was actually 2,500 miles away in Syria, slipping out of France and flying from Spain to Turkey on January 2nd before crossing on Thursday into Syria.
A reason that she may have wanted to go to Syria is really just to have sanctuary there.
Boumediene may no longer be on French soil, but France is still very much on edge, with reports more sleeper cells have been activated and a spike in terror threats. According to French officials, at least one member of the Paris jihadis who'd fallen off the international terrorist watch list may have traveled to Yemen in July 2011, undetected, allegedly training with al-Qaeda for at least 3 months.
What U.S., French, British, and other European intelligence officials are working on, are there any other threats that are connected to this?
The fallout continues in Germany this afternoon, where 2 men have been detained after an arson at a newspaper that republished those controversial cartoons that triggered the attack in France. No one was hurt, but those who work at the paper say several archives were destroyed. Several other German papers also republished the cartoons to show solidarity for the victims. German officials say those papers will now also get police protection. And here in our area, people are honoring those killed in the Paris attacks. Today, there's a march at 2 p.m. beginning at the museum in downtown D.C. Marchers will then make their way to the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial. The ambassador of France will also be taking part, and the public is invited to attend.